So I want to talk about a game called Windjammers 2. This game came out a couple years ago, and I was just starting to see my girlfriend right now, that I have now, and we played that game a ton. Like more than we probably should. We were big into Street Fighter, like fighting each other in that game, and for some reason Windjammers, I was waiting for it to come out because I liked the original Windjammers, and the game just really attracted us to it. And so, I don't know, I would say we put probably 50 hours into that game just through the course of a year or so. Every couple days we just hop on and play like 15 matches, and the matches go super quick. Like the points are really, really fast, and it's really fun, and it feels like a fighting game, but it also feels similar to a air hockey game or like a beach volleyball style game. And all the characters are really unique and individuals. There's some returning ones from the original Windjammers, and the courses, or the stadiums, the stages are cool. They're really interesting. There's funny jiggle physics in some of them, and there's random characters doing weird stuff in the backgrounds, just doing funny stuff. It oozes charm, and it's just a really fun time. So I want to talk about the music. For one, the music is great. The sound effects are great. It's really well made. And it's not a big budget game, so it's not, it's not a ridiculously high development budget or anything like that, but it's well made, and it sounds fun. Like the characters all are brimming with uniqueness and attitude. They just have their own individual style and individualism, and it's fun to hop in there and just try all the characters because they play so differently too. The characters have unique special moves, and actually I noticed that the special moves kind of changed because they did an update recently. I hadn't played it in over a year, and then I realized that now you can't really do the A-B attack. But there are two ways to do it. You can defend one with the R button, which it didn't used to be like that. It was always A-B. And so they kind of added some stuff, and they added some more detail over the last year or so. So it's really cool that they're still putting out content. They added two new characters, which is really awesome. I was surprised to see that robot character in there when we fired it up this weekend, and I was like, I'm gonna record this because I want to make a video about this because this has meaning to me. Windjammers 2 has meaning to me. I like that game and that gameplay style and the gameplay loop where it's just like a fighting game where you go in and you try to win 2 rounds, and it can get out of hand, it can get crazy, and it's fun. It's fun, exciting, fast-paced, arcade style, pick up and play. Easy to pick up, difficult to master. Because there's a lot of stuff in this game where you can hit it differently, and you can hit it and he can like throw it up and down instead of like side to side, or you can do like a little loft shot to try to trick your opponent. So there's some depth and nuance to this game, which makes you feel good when you get it kind of dialed in. You start playing better. But like the original Windjammers, I could barely win a round against the CPU opponents, like the arcade opponents. It's so difficult for me to even really win. I'm gonna mess with this mic though. I've been noticing when I record that the gain, it's kind of like maxing out a little bit, so just kind of dialed that down a little bit. But the game play, as you get better, as you get more skill, it opens up to more options for you to be able to do more skillful maneuvers and more skillful tosses with the disc, and you can save your your special like return for specific instances where they're way less likely to be able to send it back at you, because there's a lot of skill involved with being good at this game, and it makes you really appreciate a more simple style gameplay loop, but simple still has deep mechanics to it. So it just really makes me feel a sense of joy when I play this game, and I probably will continue to play this regularly. It's part of my, hey, did you want to play some Street Fighter? Hey, let's play some Streets of Rage. Let's do like a couple levels of Streets of Rage. Hey, let's do Windjammers 2. And right now we're working on beating It Takes Two. But that game's really long for a couch co-op style game. It's really interesting. We also had beaten Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And that game's really, really fun too. But the Windjammers 2 is just fun because you can hop in 15 minutes, you're kind of spent. Like you're like, okay, 15 minutes, I'm pretty good on this. So it's fun to like do that like once or twice a week and just hop in for a 15 minute session, grab your favorite couple characters and just go at it and feel like you can talk shit to each other about it. But yeah, being able to talk, being able to
miss 2 points,
like fight each other, combat each other, say, hey, that's some cheap stuff, because there is some things that it appears to be pretty cheap when you're playing this. It seems pretty sketchy, honestly. But, you know, that's part of video games. It's part of bonding with a partner. But yeah, Windjammers 2, I will be playing that consistently, probably a couple times a month. Pretty much forever. But yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Get ready.